All right, so I'm going to do a quick review of the Bible that I unboxed the other day, the ESV Heirloom Bible, Omega Edition, in Horween leather. If you want to know more about Horween leathers, you can go to horween.com. But there is some interesting things here that I noticed about the company, that they do everything old-fashioned. In fact, if I'll read this. Horween Leather Company was founded in 1905. For more than 100 years and 5 generations, our goal has been to make the world's best leather. Making the best means doing lots of little things right. It means never mistaking fastest or cheapest with the best. Mistaking fastest or cheapest with the best. It means always using formulas that do not cut corners and choosing components strictly for their quality. Horween Leather offers an unparalleled blend of quality, consistency, responsiveness, and innovation. Through the years, we have cultivated our experience, to offer dynamic lines of leathers. Our products include traditional old world tannages and techniques carefully updated with modern applications. Today, our leathers are still made by hand, the same way as generations ago. So there's a lot of special things about this leather. This edition, really, I would probably say is the Bible of the year. Not necessarily, the Omega. They have it in other text blocks. Now, I really like the Omega. It's also done in the Netherlands. But the leather itself, I think, if I was to give the top Bible of the year of 2021, I would have to give it to these editions, because this leather is very, very, very neat. They actually make genuine shell cordovan, which is made from the hide of a horse, which is the most expensive leather out there that I know of, that I can think of right offhand. Very expensive. But they also make what's called I don't know if I'm going to pronounce that right, but Essex type of leather, which is kind of like a really, really high quality cowhide, and it's treated the same way they would the shell cordovan. I believe that's what they've used on this Bible that I'm about to show you. But let me get that out of the way. There's one other statement that they made. You can see them tanning the hides. They do all this by hand, the same way for over 100 years and 5 generations. Look what he said. I like this right here. Making the best means doing a lot of little things right. Now, it's a little bit repetitive from earlier, but just listen to this. It's important. To ensure top quality finished goods, we start with top quality components. That means using native hides for the best grain and yields, premium grade oils, dyes, and retaining agents. Our formulas cut no corners, and we are sorry, I'm trying to read through the phone. And we are one of only a handful of tanneries in the United States that still processes hides from their raw, cured state to finished leather. That's big time, guys. That's I would say this is probably a better leather. Just by, if you feel it, you'll get what I'm saying. I think it's a better leather than those goat skins out there and stuff like that, just because of the process that these guys do. And this is where this leather comes from. So everything's done by hand. It's treated like a shell cordovan, even though they do genuine shell cordovan, but they're doing it with the best premium cowhides out there. Personally, I just think it's a better leather than the goat skins. I could be wrong. That only time would tell, but just reading and looking up a lot of stuff and all that, it says a lot. So let me get to the Bible. Let me get this out of the way. I'll just set that to the side. We'll go over here. So it comes in a nice box. ESV, English Standard Version, of course. And then it says ESV Heirloom Bible, Omega Edition, Horween Leather Brown. And then, of course, the retail price is $329.99. And I believe that's because of this beautiful leather. But let me show you what also comes in the box. I should have opened this earlier. Now, this is done in the Netherlands, too, as far as the binding and printing process. The pledge card is a little bit different. Now, before I get to the pledge card, it will come with this, kind of like a velvet textured, I don't know, material that's wrapped around it rather than paper. That way it doesn't leave lines on the leather. Because that's what I said about this leather in the first video. It can leave things, but it leaves character, and I love that about a Bible. But it has this really nice, high quality belt buckle or real thick shoe leather type of texture, but yet it's flexible, but not too flexible, so it's really good if you're holding it. It just has an amazing feel to it. And you can see if I take the leather, now look, see how it got lighter. So the more it's bent, or if you're training the yap, that will lighten up. The more you hold it, the leather will absorb oils. So, but let me get back to the card so I can keep going with this. So now look at the pledge on this one. It says the new ESV Bible you hold in your hands was produced by skilled craftsmen using the higher grade cowhide from Horween Leather Company. Renowned for over 100 years, this premium leather will develop character over time and is designed to endure through a lifetime of regular use. The rugged cover was carefully selected, fashioned by hand, and bound with durable stitching. This specialty Bible also features line matching, gilding, a presentation page, and 4 ribbon markers. And then it goes on to say, because of its quality, materials, and expert craftsmanship, this ESV Bible is guaranteed to last for as long as you use it. If you should experience any defect in its printing or failure in its binding during normal use, we will replace it with a Bible of equal or greater value, and then it gives you a number. So it's really, this pledge card is different because of the particular Bible that we're looking at. But I can get this out of the way, and we'll bring the Bible back into play. Okay, so I know we've kind of looked at this already, but I want to go through it a little bit more. I won't go through too much through the Omega. I've done a video on it, but I will kind of go through it a little bit so you know. This is like a game changer when it comes to leathers. I want to see more of this done. This is just amazing because, like I said in the last video, you're going to be able to, well, you know what I've noticed is a lot of people in the Bible community, some of them, they train the yap, or they'll sit there and they'll roll the cover to give it more of a characteristic of, more character to it. This will happen naturally as you use it. Of course, it does with other Bibles, but more so and probably faster, definitely, with a leather like this. It reminds me of like a pull-up leather. When you bend it, it gets lighter. If you use it and your oils are on it, it gets darker. And they also blind stamped it because on leathers like this, it's pretty hard to stamp it. And if you do, it's not going to stay that long, it was a smart choice, but it looks amazing the way they stamp it. That's really hard to get on some leathers, such a really detailed stamp, a blind stamp. So it's really easy to do on this particular leather. But you can actually see the grain in there, but I'm sure they iron this leather out a little bit. But it's just got such a toughness to it, but yet it's supple. It's really hard to explain. You'd have to feel it. Okay, so the inside of the Bible, of course, this is done by Netherlands and Youngblood in the Netherlands. So it's the Dutch version of it. Best paper, best print. In the Bible market, of course, and your corners are, stitched. You got your stitch mark. You don't have a gold line gilting. I don't think Crossway really does that. I don't think I've seen them do that with their heirloom editions, except for maybe specialty ones. This is a special edition, very limited edition, but it doesn't have the gold gilt line, which that doesn't bother me at all. It does have like the salmon under gold. It is a double column, references on the bottom right, and you do have alternate translations in the bottom, or indications of the Dead Sea Scrolls or the Septuagint for the Old Testament, and other things as far as critical notes for the New Testament. Everything is black letter. You do have subject titles. You do have where you're at on the left hand or the right hand of the page, depending on if you're on the left or right page. So it's easy to find where you're going, but it's all black letter. It is in a paragraph format, except for poetry would be in a verse by verse format. Real simple Bible. I know this is a real simple review, but really what I'm trying to show you is that if you want a very unique Bible, because I don't know if they're going to do this again, I really hope they do. Get one. I mean, who knows, if they never do this again, you're kind of missing out on something very unique that's I've never seen done by Crossway or any other publisher. So I mean, they really probably put a lot of thought into this. But other than that, you have weight and measures. You do have your concordance, and in the back, you're going to have your maps, which are on a semi-glossy. It's a little bit matte, just a little bit of glossiness. You can see it right there. But overall, man, this Bible, I really like it. I mean, just amazing. It's really just amazing. And I haven't really broke it in too much. I did a regular library style break-in where you go through, pull up the pages and take a couple signatures at a time. Now your presentation page and all that is going to be on a semi-glossy, cardstock. But other than that, guys, it's got the 2016 text, the preface to the ESV. Very nice Bible. I would not hold off if you're looking to get one, because I think this will blow you away. This is one of the Bibles that, like, I looked at it, I felt it, I started read out a little bit, and and it does have 4 markers. But I went and I was like, goatskin what? I mean, this is just an amazing leather. I love goatskin, still always love goatskin, but it's good. It's just that shock factor, that awe factor that this thing gives. If you want a unique, very durable, very high quality Bible that's going to patina over time, show the wear and tear, but in a very nice very nice way. Not like it's falling apart, but just that natural use of the Bible where there's lighter spots and darker spots from where you've used it and all that, then I would definitely encourage you to purchase one of these. Just an amazing Bible. Anyways, I went a little bit too long, but that is my review of the ESV Omega and Horween leather. And like I said, it's all about that Horween leather. Of course, it's printed in Youngblood. That is just a huge bonus. So you have the best paper, best print, and now what I think is one of the best leathers out there. And if you want more research, go to horweenleather.com. I think it's horween.com or horweenleather.com. You saw at the beginning. And then you can read more about the leather that's used. But I will do a follow-up video because I plan on using this along with my RSV with Apocrypha a lot. So the more it starts breaking in and the colors start changing, I will do an update and kind of show you guys that. But until next time, guys, good day. God bless.